Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into Jules, a fascinating new AI coding assistant from Google. It launched just a couple of weeks ago, moving from a waitlist to being generally available for everyone. And now it's already received some powerful upgrades with version 1.5. If you haven't heard of Jules yet, stick around. I'm going to show you how it works and how it could genuinely change the way you code and fix bugs. So, what exactly is Jules? Think of it as an asynchronous AI coding assistant built by Google Labs. Its main job is to streamline software development tasks. It's essentially Google's answer to tools like OpenAI's Codex or AI agent features in GitHub Copilot. Let's get it set up. First, head over to jules.google.com and click Try Jules. You will need to be logged in with your Google account. Once you are in, click Connect GitHub and authorize Google Labs. You can grant it access to all of your repositories or, like I am doing here, just specific ones you select. I am giving it access to this portfolio project repository, which will be our testing ground for today. I will authorize it and we are in. As you can see, it has loaded my repository and is set to the main branch. Okay, before we start asking Jules to work its magic, let me quickly cover the cool new upgrades in version 1.5 that makes it even better. First, there are performance upgrades for a smoother and faster experience. You can now quickly copy or download code with dedicated buttons, which is a huge improvement for user experience. There's a new task modal which lets you run multiple tasks at the same time without losing the context. And finally, the coding panel is now adjustable and the platform has improved stability. Alright, let's put Jules to the test. Currently, my portfolio website looks like this. It's pretty simple, but if we look at the project on GitHub, you will see the README file is basically empty. So our first task for Jules is to fix that. I will type in the prompt, please add a README file to this project, explaining the project in a detailed way. Then I will click give me a plan. Jules will process the request and outline the steps it's going to take. And here's one of the best things about Jules. It's asynchronous. Once I approve its plan, I can literally go grab a coffee and it will keep working in the background. So I will approve this plan, and while it's working, let's give it another job to do. This will let us test the multitasking feature. If you look at my website, there's no dark mode. Let's ask Jules to add that. I will click the Add New Task button and type, please add a dark light mode toggle feature to this website. I am also going to enable browser notification so Jules can let me know when a task is done. This is super useful for staying productive. And look at that. The first task is already complete. The README file is ready. We can see the comparison here. Before it was just one line. Now Jules has generated a full detailed description for the project. This looks great. This is also a good time to point out those UI upgrades. We can resize this panel, copy the entire code with one click, or download the file directly. Much better. I will accept this and click Publish Branch. Now, this brings me to a crucial point and perhaps the biggest missing feature right now, a direct preview. To actually see the changes on a web app, I have to publish the branch from Jules. Go to the GitHub to create and merge the pull request and then pull the code down locally to run it. A built-in preview would make this process so much smoother. Hopefully, that's on Google's roadmap. That's why for this video, I have the project running on a live hosted environment. Once I merge the pull request on GitHub, the changes will automatically deploy and we can see the result. The merge is complete, and if we refresh the page now and open the readme, there it is, a complete file generated by AI. Okay, it looks like the dark mode task is also finished. That was fast, just like before. I'll publish the branch. This creates a new pull request on GitHub with all the code changes. We can review the files it added or modified right here. Now here's a pro tip. I'm not going to delete this feature branch right after merging. First, I want to test the implementation. If there are bugs or I want to change something, I can go back into the same task on Jules and continue the chat and ask it to make corrections. It's a fantastic way to iterate on your code. For now, let's merge the pull request and see what we have got. And let's check the live site. There it is. A new button has been added on the navbar. If I click it, it switches to the light mode, and on clicking again, it switches back to dark mode. It works perfectly. Now, honestly, it's not the most beautiful UI for a toggle switch, but that's likely on me. A more specific and detailed prompt probably would have resulted in a better design. Another quick update. Jules used to have daily limit of only 5 tasks, but they have now increased it to 60 tasks per day, which is good and a very welcoming upgrade. So that's a quick tour of Google Jules and its new 1.5 features. While the lack of direct preview for web apps is a drawback, the asynchronous workflow is incredibly powerful. I can see this being a game changer for fixing bugs, writing tests, refactoring code, or even just getting a head start on a new feature. If you are not sure where to start, Jules provides an example repository on its website with a ton of ideas, like adding type hints, generating mock data, and more. So, what do you think about Google Jules? Are these upgrades enough to get you to try it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I always enjoy reading them. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on more deep dives into tech and AI. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.